Okay, I'm still in the process of doing my morning workout. Okay, so I'm doing my morning workout. And so as I was doing it, and check it out. Hey, check this out. When you doing your morning exercises, right? It'd be a good idea to do it like in the dark, right? To shut all the lights out, right, and just do your workout in the dark. Like see here, see it's in the dark, right? But my I have a little bit of light over there by my window, right? And that's just enough just to keep me focused, right, with the energy. But and the thing is, it's snowing lightly outside, so that's fun too. Okay, but my living room is like a big area. Um, so so yeah, so when you work out, try to do it right in the darkest areas you can, because that helps you to relax, because your eyes are not moving a lot. They're not too much light, too much objects around you. It's better because again, when you exercise, it's also a form of meditation because you're going inward. Anyway, so in that, so I'm still doing it, but as I had this thought, and I said, let me share it while I still feel that particular energy. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna say it, and then I'll sort it out. I don't know, some other time with the details. So um, again, so we're not black people. Okay, there's no such thing as black. Now here's the thing. In the proper study to research the skin pigment, we need to go into chemistry. Okay, so this is why like certain various countries and cultures, right? They call their land and the things around them. They identify them with carbon. Okay, okay, chemistry. So you understand carbon. Chemistry is the study of carbon. Okay, it's the study of carbon. But understand, okay, what carbon is the foundation or um, the main thing, the substance of all living things. All living things, they're they are based. Their chemical makeup, their genetics is based in carbon. Okay, and again, this is all. This is dealing with nature again. See nature. So understand again. You can also say that chemistry is the study of nature. Okay, and it's important to um, use these terms, because here's the thing. Someone will say, well, uh, what's the importance of not saying black and call the skin pigment melanin? What's black? What's these words? No, they're not words, because within the words are information. They're guidelines pointing you to the field that you need to study up on. So let's say, because most people I know, they just focus on one country or one ideology or concept in what they're calling Africa today, right? They focus on what they're calling Egypt today. Okay, so remember now, the uh, uh, um, the language and the writings, right, of I guess I'll say civilizations, right, throughout that area that they're calling Africa today, right. This was done through and by the Phoenicians. Okay, now understand, Phoenician is not necessarily a particular people, like a tribe or something like that. Phoenician is actually a term referring to the writers. Okay, Phoenician is just could they could be people from South Africa, East Africa, whatever. Here in the Americas, Phoenician phonetics. See, Phoenician phonetics. These are the best way that I can tell you to understand it. They're teachers. They are the people who wrote down sound. Okay, these people wrote down sound. And don't think that I'm saying that the Phoenician people originated or they are just located in the place they are calling Africa today, because that would be inconsistent on based on what I just said. sound sound is not limited to a particular piece of soil, piece of land. See, sound is actually another word for God. When they say God, and it's another form for because God is energy, right? So it's another form of another way of saying God. It's energy, sound. This is why they say God is the word, meaning God is sound, vibration. Okay, and we associate with one another. We build with one another, right? We, everything, it's vibrations, okay? Sound, they go in the air. Right now, you listen to my vibrations, okay? So you're listening to that, okay? That's how we connect with everything. The sound waves, light waves, energy waves. This is what they're referring to God. But anyway, this is basically what I want to say. Based on, okay, so you have, let me say this too. So you have all these different peoples, different languages, right? But they all have their own term, their own terminologies, right? I don't know how many there are. There could be several, but they all have their words to describe carbon. The place that they call in Egypt, well, not now, but a while ago, they call it Kemet or chemistry in English, and they were referring to chemistry, because the soil, okay, the dark soil, and understand they never use the word black, because this black is a new thing. Black is an English term; it's a totally different thing. So they never had an idea of this thing called black. They understood that they were talking about the nature of carbon. Right? What carbon was, how carbon is formed, the sciences. See, they understood the science. When they said Kemet, carbon, nature, life, God, the soil, see? So they had no concept of what this black thing. This is a trick. This is it's just messed up. But so I'm also saying that to say that to deal with navigation, okay? Because you might think that this awareness started in a particular place, okay? So here's the thing. When we came, right? So what we did, we came into these places that they're called Africa today. So when we left the Americas, okay, we left the Americas, right? And when we travel into these places, that they call in Africa today, we established these sciences. See, understand? It didn't happen the other way. We didn't come from Africa into the Americas. We came from the Americas into these places that they're calling Africa. Okay, and here's the thing. The information didn't start up there, right, in North Africa, up there. The information started down lower, down what they call the Nile, way at the bottom. So you follow the Nile River, and you go all the way down to the bottom, and in that area, okay, that is where you'll find the oldest whatever. Because when we came over, we came and we started there. and then stuff started to, I don't know, the now goes the other way, but I'll just say, for keep it simple. Then we started to go up the Nile. Started going up the Nile towards the place they're calling Egypt today. Okay, now we did this because we understood navigation. Okay, so we understood geometry. So what we did was we recognized the meridians. Okay, so we started from 0.0 degrees. See, all life, thought, ideas, they start at 0 degrees. So we understood the cross. Okay, when they start doing that crap, well, we understand what that really is. Okay, so when they start telling you to do this, they're telling you because they're trying to throw you off. They're not trying to tell you what's really going on when you cross yourself. When you cross yourself, you bear witness that you know how to navigate. How to watch out from the rocks. Watch out for the lies and the tricks and what have you. But anyway, so when you navigate, and when we navigated from the Americas into places like so-called Africa, right, and we began to establish, different different thoughts and energies, right. We started at 0 degrees. Okay, everything starts at 0 degrees. This is also what they call the summer solstice, springtime. March, March 20th, March 21st, in that area. It changes based on the hours, right? But at that time, so if you can find the time when the sun, right, is equal, the sun's light is equal with the equator. Okay, that is where 0 degrees is at. Okay, so now. So again, when you navigating and you understand navigating, you know that everything's moving. Everything's constantly moving. So the Earth, it does things like that compared with all the other planets and stars and what it moves like that. So sometimes the alignment of the sun with our equator is going to be different, and so now consider as time goes by, right? So you see, our planet, our solar system, right? It's moving also within the galaxy. So as things move and change, the energy changes. Things are found in different locations. Okay, they're different locations. So I'm not gonna say because I can't that the the 0.0, right, meridians or whatever are actually the same as they were when they were last documented by the indigenous peoples, not being hindered by the pink man and his foolishness. Okay, so I just want to throw it out there real quick, and later on I'll break it up or whatever. But anyway, so again, like I said, this is our true history, language, and culture.